Hello. Well, here I am in my new apartment. Box is still waiting to be unloaded and whatnot. At least in my office, some in my bedroom. Living room's pretty much all set up and ready to go for Christmas. I even baked cookies. Tonight I'm going to discuss the shootings at Newtown, Connecticut, probably like many people already have. There's a few videos that I've seen on YouTube so far that are discussing this. Every time one of these mass killings takes place, whether it's little kids like happened in Newtown, Aurora, Colorado with the recent shooting at the movie theater, even Columbine quite a few years ago now, the temple in Wisconsin where there was mass killing, it brings back to me the horror of my friend John's suicide. John died from suicide in 2008, and I was the last person he called for help. And I didn't answer the call that day. I was busy with eBay. And yes, this was not my fault that he chose to end his life in this manner. However, I still have issues over how he died. That there was pretty much so nothing that I would have been able to do. Pretty much so nothing that would have stopped him from doing it later on. Yet, you know, there's always some guilt associated with it. And he had mental illness. He had depression. He had anxiety issues. And I'm not sure what else he had. And now he's gone. John was my best friend. He was a friend that I was able to talk to pretty much so about anything. And I miss him greatly. And I don't understand what our country's phobia is with mental health services. Yes, I am for gun control. I am for getting these weapons of mass destruction that are really only used in Afghanistan, Iraq, and other countries where we fight war. That is where they belong. They don't belong in the hands of ordinary citizens who just want to be able to go out and hunt a deer or protect their home or whatever. I don't know anyone that would go out and hunt a deer with one of these rifles that can shoot off 100 rounds in a second. That fucking deer would be obliterated to hell with no meat left on it. Why would anyone need a gun of this type is beyond me. That's a different topic altogether, though. This country has to start talking about mental health services. Here in Illinois, what has our beloved Governor Quinn done? Cut mental health services. Insurance companies don't cover mental health services. John Boehner, the Speaker of the House, President Barack Obama, and who knows how many other political officials in Washington, D.C. are perfectly willing to cut services to the very people that need them. Quite possibly the person that went on this massive rampage in Newtown, Connecticut, in Aurora, Colorado, in Wisconsin, and all sorts of other places. That's just my theory. But I would be pretty much so believe that some of these folks are receiving services that are being slashed. Pun not intended. We've got to wake up to this. We can't wait any longer for any of this stuff to take place. We have to put services into place now. It can't wait anymore. This Papa Pill mentality that America has in treating pretty much so everything needs to end. And within reason, it needs to end. Many people with mental health issues are taking a whole cocktail of drugs. And I don't know what that does to everybody. It probably pretty much so screws them up. Many drugs change the body chemistry in a person. So I don't know what the answer is. Yet we have to start talking about it and coming to terms with what's going on. If Newtown, Connecticut, and the kids that were killed there, along with their teachers, principals, psychologists, isn't a wake-up call, what is going to be a wake-up call? As I said at the start of this, it pains me every time something like this occurs, because I get a flashback to my friend John, who blew his head off. There's no other way to say it. He blew his head off. And yes, he had a gun. He's the one that pulled the trigger. The gun, quote, didn't do the killing. Sorry for being sarcastic about it. But if we were able to have helped him, he might be here today. That's my personal take on Newtown. And, you know, I shed so many tears since last Friday, December 14th, 2012, that I've gotten to the point where I can't be quiet anymore. I complain about it on Facebook, and basically to no response. It's okay. I'm comfortable with what I do. I just hope that people start waking up. Write letters to Obama. Write letters to your state legislators. Write letters to mental health professionals. Write to the NRA if you feel so obligated to do so. Everyone needs to get on board. And everyone needs to start now.